Welcome back to my channel where today I will let AI decide my Super Bowl winning team.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Now I know what you're thinking, and this could go really good or it could go really, really bad. But we're just going to take the risk and we're going to see what happens. Now the first thing we need to do is establish which team we're going to be rebuilding here, and it looks like it's going to be...
Not gonna happen! No, not gonna happen!
Well, we're definitely not going to choose the Chiefs here, as we want a team that requires a little more rebuilding, and we roll again, and we end up getting...
Nah.
49ers just aren't going to do it either, as we want a better team to rebuild, and we got the...
No! Hell no! No! I refuse, no!
Yeah, we're going to choose a different team again, this time one without as much success.
Finally!
So with that, we're going to be the Detroit Lions, a team that almost made the playoffs last year. And we're going to start out by selecting a quarterback using the AI, and it looks like we're going to get, Russell Wilson.
Goes country. That's right. There we go. Russ, thanks.
Not the worst, but not the best, is now we're looking for a running back to complement Russell Wilson, and we're going to end up getting my team's very own Christian McCaffrey. We cannot hate on it. In fact, I love the running back pick. Thank you, AI. But up next, we're going to get our 3 random NFL wide receivers, and they're going to be Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, and Tyreek Hill. Some of the most explosive players in the league. Look at that. 3 great wide receivers. Gotta love it. Now we've got to pick our 1 random tight end, and it looks like it's going to end up being... oh my, who else but Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the game. It looks like Snapchat AI really wants me to succeed with the Lions. They're giving me every great player they got. Now last but certainly not least is going to be the offensive line, and they're going to be building me. Oh my goodness, it looks like they're trying to get me to build the Avengers out here on that line. But now we've got to fill out that defense, and we're going to start with our left end, and they're going to choose none other than Joey Bosa. Really dominant player when he's at his best, but we're going to move on here, and we're going to see who's going to be opposite of him at right end, and it looks like they're going to choose Myles Garrett. And you know Myles, he's really got that it factor, putting the fear in quarterbacks. Just ask Mason Rudolph. But now we've got to see which 2 defensive tackles we're going to be getting. And it looks like we're gonna get, oh my god. We end up getting the 2 best defensive tackles in the game. And next up, we're gonna choose 3 cornerbacks. Which 3 cornerbacks are we gonna get? Oh god.
Still mad because I was locking you up. Alright.
We add the zest to our team with Ramsey, Lattimore, and Gilmore. But we've still got to choose 3 linebackers, and we end up getting Bobby Wagner, Khalil Mack, and Von Miller. Von Miller responsible for one of the greatest defensive performances in Super Bowl history. Just look at that, and we add all 3 to our defense. And last but not least, we've got the safeties to add. However, we cannot grab Earl Thomas, so we chose a different free safety, and we ended up getting Harrison Smith and Jamal Adams at those positions.
Jamal Adams, I'm the best in the nation!
Jamal Adams getting ready to prove that he is the best in the nation as we try out our team here. And on 2nd and 10, we're going to throw an, oh my god, Russell Wilson. Jesus.
Yikes.
That was not a good look, but we're going to see just how much Russ has left in the tank as he throws a deep one up to Tyreek. And he ends up catching it. Now 2nd and 10 later on the drive, finding Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the game, open for that reception. And on 3rd and goal here, he finds Kelce again for a touchdown. Pretty easy money. Now 3rd and 7 for Philadelphia. They're scrambling, and look who gets to the quarterback. None other than Von Miller bringing that quarterback down. Now 7-3 for Detroit. Looking scrambling. Wilson finds McCaffrey in the back of the end zone. Oh, easy money. Now down by 7 in the 4th. He ends up getting up to DeAndre Hopkins, who is known for making big plays just like this one where he went up and caught it over 3 Bills defenders. Now later on in that drive, 1st and goal, C-Mac gonna run the ball in for the touchdown, gonna tie the game up 24-24. Now, we're going to hold the Eagles to a 4th down. They're going to have to punt. Now, 2nd and 3, we're driving. We're looking to kick a field goal. I dish it off to Christian McCaffrey, who gains that 1st down. Couple plays later, 29-yard line, under a minute left. C-Mac goes right up the middle. And we end up getting right in field goal position to kick the game-winning field goal and go up 1-0 on the season. Now, with those stats, you see Russell Wilson, even without me, throwing 2 interceptions. That's not a great start. You don't want to see that. Overall, decent performance, though. Christian McCaffrey with 1 touchdown, 79 yards, rushing on the ground. That's not too shabby. And then, look at us. We've got Tyreek with 137 yards, Kelsey with 60, Hopkins with 47. So, that was a good game. A couple takeaways. Wilson playing all right. Without me, not great, but he's going to have some stepping up to do if we're going to make it to the playoffs and then win the Super Bowl with this AI team. And I'll see you guys when we get there. So, we finished 16-1. We had 1 loss. That's absolutely incredible. Love to see it. And I think that we have a good chance of winning this thing. We had the number 1 offense in the league. Finished 16-1, but Wilson's only number 4 on the MVP list. It makes absolutely no sense to me. But when it comes to that, it's Madden. It is what it is. And Dan Campbell won Coach of the Year. That was a gimme for him, no doubt about that. But we look at Offensive Player of the Year, 16-1, and not even Tyreek is in the top 5. And Wilson's sitting at number 10. So we barely have anybody for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Donald and Von Miller, 16-1 again, and they're 2nd and 3rd behind Bosa at 12-5. Makes absolutely no sense. Wilson finishing with 4,600 yards, 45 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Not too bad for Wilson. Let's let him cook.
Of course, Broncos country. That's right. There we go.
Also crazy that he didn't win MVP when he led the league in passing touchdowns, but whatever. We get into our running backs. Christian McCaffrey with 1,400 yards and 13 scores. Added with DeAndre Swift, 600 yards and 8 scores. Doing pretty well there on the ground. And we've got 3 receivers over 1,000 yards each. First time since the, 2018 LA Rams. And our defense looked absolutely incredible. We have 3 guys with over 10 sacks, 2 with over 17 sacks each. They've also got a ton of tackles for loss, and it's just showing why Aaron Donald and Von Miller really, really want to get that Super Bowl ring. And we've got Jalen Ramsey, Gilmore, Wagner, with a couple of interceptions each. They had a great season. The defense looked absolutely incredible. That being said, it's already time for playoff football against the Eagles, so let's see what our team can do up against them. Now, we go up early, 7-0, and actually 14-0 as Philadelphia looks to be struggling to answer, but they answer back real quickly, going down 7-14, but we answer right back, 21-7, and then nothing happens for a while. It doesn't seem like anything's really happening, a bunch of 4th and outs, and Philadelphia really struggling to push the ball. Detroit, we finally end up kicking a field goal, and we win this game. Wilson throwing 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, playing decently well. McCaffrey getting it done on the ground with 95 yards, and D-Hop ended up with 77 yards and a touchdown to lead our receiving corps. Pretty good, as next we go into the conference round with the Dallas Cowboys, and we end up going down 7 early, but we answer right back in the second quarter, and we get the ball back and answer real quick again at the end of the second. And from there, it was all over. It was all Detroit, going up 21-10, now 21-13. We end up scoring another touchdown, and then another touchdown. And guess what? We defeat the Dallas Cowboys 35-19.
How about them Cowboys?
Wow, Stephen A., I couldn't have said it better myself as Wilson dots up the Dallas defense for 4 touchdowns, but throws 2 interceptions to go along with it. Along with that, McCaffrey does absolutely nothing on the ground. Nobody does. No rushing yards to be spoken of. But we got Kelsey with 80 yards and absolutely pretty much nothing else. I guess Hill and Hopkins do well, but we end up making it into the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. Who would have thought that Mahomes would make it to the Super Bowl even without Hill and Kelsey on his side? Honestly, not me. But we're going to get into this game immediately, and we drive down for a 7-0 lead. Now going up 10-0, Kansas City finds the end zone right back, but we go up 24-7 before the half and actually take a 31-7 lead. 31-14 now in the half, and we go and turn it right back into the end zone. We're leading by 21 at the end of the third quarter. Now only up by 14. We end up scoring the ball again, getting a turnover, and we win the Super Bowl. The Detroit Lions, made by the Snapchat AI team, are the Super Bowl champions. Bobby Wagner getting the player of the game here and becoming Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes ended up throwing 3 touchdowns and 3 picks, while Wilson went perfect. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. While we look at the rushing on the ground, McCaffrey gets 80 yards. Nobody else really adds anything of value. Noah Gray, 122 yards without Kelsey there. And Julio Jones gets 2 tutties and 100 yards. Wow. What an outstanding performance in the Super Bowl. Ramsey, Lattimore, and Wagner each get an interception. And Wagner gets 14 total tackles to go along with a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. Man was playing on all cylinders. As you see, we win the Super Bowl. The Lions are the Super Bowl champions. And the Snapchat AI gave us a really good team. If you guys like this video or want to see something like it again, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you're new here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.